It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news, and it's Wednesday evening, June 22nd, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Now your 5 o'clock news and on. And our top story at 5 o'clock on this Wednesday evening is the Boston Globe's Matt Fraser notes on Twitter that its suspect Paul Ryan, who has not yet made public remarks on a sit-in, will appear on TV just over there as a sit-in on the House vote over gun control. New York. Donald Trump sought to regain control of his campaign on Wednesday, turning attention away from the terminal rollers of operation with a blistering denunciation and career and qualifications of Hillary Clinton. London. British politicians making their critical final pitches to bitterly divided electorate Wednesday to persuade and decided voters that the merits of the remaining leaving the European Union. On Wednesday afternoon, right on schedule, former House Speaker Dennis Astor to surrender himself to prison in the latest development and an incredible fall from grace from a man who was once one of the nation's highest-ranking elected officials. Marco Rubio's decision on Wednesday to run for re-election for his Florida U.S. Senate seat at the urge of the party leaders as part of an aggressive series of moves for the GOP is taken in the hopes of keeping control of the Senate even if Donald Trump. Bernie Sanders said he does appear to be a nominee cites campaign lessons. In world news, North Korea took a significant step on Wednesday the development of a powerful ballistic missile intended to reach U.S. bases in the Pacific, launching in one of the warrior winds of about 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles per hour after 5 failed attempts in recent months. Farmers in India have been firmly waiting in the year's monsoon season after 2 consecutive years in inadequate rains, but they were ill-prepared for the lightning as lightning in India kills nearly 100 mostly farm workers. An FRC soldier during a trek fight the jungle of March as the Clement government and the country's largest rebel group asserted Wednesday that they had agreed to a ceasefire, clearing a major hurdle. Karachi, Pakistan, one of the most prominent Pakistani singers of Sufi devotional songs, Imaj Sabri, was killed by a gunman with a fired in his car in Karachi on Wednesday, raised a new act right over the sectarian and extremist violence in Pakistan. So, China's trade with North Korea is declining in a recent data and indicate bilateral exchange. Fell nearly 30% in the year to May. Garbly, Libya. Exposure to Garbly, Libya administration deport killed nearly 30 people and injured dozens more, officials said. President Obama signed a bill into law on Wednesday that places stronger regulations on chemicals present in nearly every product Americans use, including detergents, clothing, paint thinners, cleansers, and automobiles. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's officers responded to a shooting death of a deputy who initiated prisoners who stopped in front of a Dunkin' Donuts on Wednesday in Harvey, Louisiana. Los Angeles cooler, more humid weather gave at least some temporary help Wednesday to crews battling dangerous wildfire in Southern California, while the bases across the west were on the move. As the Coast Guard continued the desperate search Wednesday afternoon for a missing sailboat carrying involvement into his 3 teenage children cruising in Florida, spotted a green kayak and a yellow kayak believed to have been belonging to the family near the quartet. Investors questioning the plan by the Silicon Valley heavyweight Elon Musk with his electric car company Tesla Motors into his buyer's rooftop solar company City for up to $2.8 billion in Tesla shares, down more than 10% on concern that the two would. Billionaire activist investor Bill Ackman is claiming his campaign against Herbalife, released a video experts aimed at preventing some of the nutritional supplement company top producers continue to make false and misleading claims. The financial outlook for Social Security America has changed little since last year, according to today's reports from the program's trustees. Energy companies fell along with the price of oil Wednesday, and technology companies slumped after weak reports with Adobe and HP. Right. Washington during a meeting with House Democrat Hillary Clinton promised to work on recapturing a majority in the extreme part of the presidential campaign. Flint, Michigan. The Michigan Attorney General filed a lawsuit against the water company and an engineering firm connected with the Flint water crisis. Marietta, Georgia. Lockheed Martin is building a new C-130 training center. Bangalore, India. Indian Space Research Organization announced that it launched 20 satellites from one Pole satellite launch vehicle on Wednesday morning. Kentucky River, Maryland. The latest iteration of Raytheon's JSOW weapon have been deployed by the U.S. Navy. Redstone Arsenal, Alabama. Army researchers have developed and tested 6 critical components for technologies for the lethal miniature aerial missile system, the service said. Washington Airbus Defense and Space places order for a 330 multi-role tanker transport flight simulated with Planet Defense Company Indra. Okay, take a look at some local news. Brentham, state police said, driving out, paying attention to traffic in the construction zone on Interstate 485 was injured when his car struck the road sign, which crashed by the windshield and hit him in the head. The 18-year-old Tiverton Red Eye man suffered a cut in his head and was taken to Red Eye Hospital in Providence and a Wentham ambulance. The accident occurred at 7:45 p.m. Tuesday, according to the state police. The man was driving the left lane into Fort Avenue, 5 South in a 2009 Toyota Corolla when it went off the highway into the median and struck the highway's one side about an permanent lane closure, according to state police. The accident was rescued by Trooper Paul Barrett of the Foxbury Barracks, which determined the driver was not paying attention to traffic, slowing it down in front of him in the construction zone. Taunton Governor Charlie Baker is nominated and his district court commensurate the Taunton District Court to be a district court judge. Not however, this week's renovation of Richard Memorial Library will give the young bookworms more space and ensures women and improve access by automating the front door. If Robert Kraft has his way, the New England Revolution will be leaving Foxborough. Boston and Massachusetts House Speaker Robert Dallaire says he's hoping to revive a bill aiming to deny take gun license than anyone on a terrorist watch or North 5 list. Dallaire's interest in an assault bill follows the June 12th shooting in the gay nightclub in London that left 49 people dead. Opponents of the similar proposal argued that individuals can be one state placed on the list. Boston, a U.S. Navy sailor in Massachusetts, died while serving in Djibouti. Honolulu scientists using facial recognition technology 360-degree underwater photos said Wednesday that they had developed new software to quickly access coral bleaching and other drainage to the world's imperial reefs. A small plane on a daring winter evacuation mission from the South Pole has reached the edge of the Intercontinental International Science Foundation, which runs the Amazon Scott South Pole Station, says three out to rescue aircraft took off. From the far to the chilly depths of the solar system, the door planet Pluto keeps the scientists on their toes when there's exotic acid in the chilly arc. Take 2 massive stars, clap them in the black holes and bake for 10 billion years, and come on, that's the recipe. Scientists have cooked up to produce these first detected gravitational waves spotted last September, and the one that produces the most recent. Attorney General Lord Alexander during an announcement of law enforcement action against the state of New County, Washington, as U.S. completes take down a Medicare fraud official said. Rare brain eating pneumonia infection blamed in the death of teen who visited Whitewater Center. For adults ages 76 to 85, the test recommends screening on an individual basis depending on the patient's health and previous screening history. A C recommendation. For women who use birth control well known to start affected the pathway to a prescription often fraught with unnecessary and expensive barriers. And now the league stock report at 507. That's down. Down 49 points at 1778.83. SP5 down 3.45 points to 2,085.45. And NASDAQ down 10.44 points at 4,833.32. European markets. DAX up 55.52 points at 10,071.06. FTSE up 34.64 points at 6,261.19. And CAC up 12.79 at 4,380.03. Asian markets. Nikkei down 103.39 at 16,065.72. Shanghai up 27.21 points at 2,905.77. HSI up 126.68 points at 2,795.12. Oil markets. Oil down 86 cents at 48.99. Brent 49.80 down 82 cents, and natural gas 2.668 down 10 cents. Gold down 3.6 at 12.68.90. Silver 0.04 4,000 point at 17.275. And copper up 1,800 point at 2.134. Bonds U.S. 10-year yield 1.6869% down 100 point, and 10-year yield 0.0499% down 7,000 point. Japanese 10-year yield 0.148% down 8,000 point. FX bond European US dollar 1.1324 up 29,000 point. US dollar Japanese yen 104.55 up 16,000 point. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.4753 up 5,000 point. Earn the commodities. Wheat 459.50 up 1. Soybean 1138.50 up 5 1/4. Corn 392 1/4 down 4. Sugar 921 down 23 cents. Coffee 137.60 down 90 cents. Cotton 680.11 up 26 cents, and rough rice 10.975 down 5,000 point, and cocoa 3,308 up 13. Live cattle 111.375 down 75,000 point, lean off 85.95 down 2.525. FT cattle 140.15 up 875,000 point. All right. Peter Chill News on 509. Time for Sports Board. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will square up against the Chicago White Sox at Fenway Park. Game time is 7:10, which is 2 hours from now. Take a look at some other Major League Baseball scores. Bottom of the third, Toronto Blue Jays leading the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-1 in bottom of the third. Top of the 5th, Milwaukee Brewers leading the Oakland Athletics 3-1 in top of the 5th. Top of the 7th, St. Louis Cardinals leading the Chicago Cubs 7-2 top of the 7th. Bottom of the 8th, it is the Houston Astros leading the Los Angeles Angels 3-1. Miami Marlins blanked the Atlanta Braves 3-0. The Yankees over the Colorado Rockies 9-8, and the New York Mets over the Kansas City Royals 4-3. This is 2 breaking sports news stories. Commissioner Gary Bettman announced Wednesday that the Baltimore and Encore win in Las Vegas that the league has granted expansion franchise. Las Vegas will start playing its 31st team in the 2017-2018 season. So, hockey in Vegas has come true. The New York Knicks have now acquired former All-Star point guard Derrick Rose for the Chicago Bulls, and the team announced Wednesday the Knicks trade senator Ramon Lopez guard Jose Calderon and guard Jaren Grant to Chicago with ship guard Justin Holiday, Rose said. Cleveland, LeBron James and the rest of the NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers were honored at downtown parade Wednesday. The city celebrated its first major professional sports town since 1964. Due to the costly staff of the Bay, it was part of one of its Big 12 brothers just got a lot better since the fire of Art Browse, the highest found members of the Bay Area, standing class have expressed a desire to get out of scholarships. With the 2016 Summer Olympics slotted started on August 5th, we are scrambling to finish preparations for the games. Unfortunately, with many cities that have hosted the past Olympics, Rio de Janeiro has experienced a few setbacks. NBA teams that already begun wheeling and dealing, which means 2016 offseason is officially underway. First reported by the Verticals, Adrian Wondrowski, the Atlanta Hawks, Indiana Pacers, and Utah Jazz agreed to terms of the deal that features. Peter Children's time is now 5:11 on this Wednesday evening, and it is time now for a Trevor report on this Wednesday evening. Let's stay up down in Rhode Island and Eastern Connecticut, where 95 in the southbound side is backed up from Pawtucket to downtown Providence. 95 in the northbound side is sold from 37 and Work area to downtown Providence. 95 in the southbound side is sold to the Cranston Work stretch. 295 in the southbound side is sold before Route 95 will work. 95 in the southbound side is sold for Work area to Route 4 North Kingston. Route 4 in the northbound side is sold for Route 2 North Kingston to 403. 295 in the southbound side is sold for the Johnson stretch. 295 in the northbound side is sold from 37 in Cranston all the way out to Route 12 in Cranston. 6 and connectors sold from Route 6 to Route 95. 146 in the southbound side sold from Route 95 in Pawtucket in Providence. 195 on both ends sold from 114 in East Providence all the way to downtown Providence. 146 on both ends slope after Route 295 in Lincoln to the North Smithfield. Out of the Cape, Route 6 in the westbound side is Sepco between Harch and Dennis between Route 137 and Route 134. Southeastern Massachusetts 95 on the southbound side back there for 120 Canton all the way out to Attleboro. 295 on the northbound side of Sloman and Amber stretch. 24 on the southbound side, so for 120 Canton all the way out to Route 495 in Bridgewater, which is stop and go. Route 3 southbound side, slow from the Braintree split all the way out to Route 2353 in Hanover. 290 on the westbound side, so from Shrewsbury down to Worcester. 290 in interchange Mass Park 395, slow in the Auburn stretch. Surface Expressway on both ends, so from the split all the way to the spike. 93 both ends of Boston is slow go all the way to Somerville. 93 northbound backed up all the way out to Route 128 in Canton. 128 on the southbound side. It is backed up from Route 3 in Bolton all the way to the Braintree split. 128 on the northbound side, so from the split all the way out to Route 24. 128 on the northbound side, so from Waltham all the way out to the Route 95 in Peabody. 128 southbound side, so Belmont and Denver's. Route 2 on the eastbound side, so from Arlington and Belmont. Route 1 on the northbound side, so from Tobin Bridge all the way out to Revere. Mass Pike on both ends of this slow from Western all the way out to the east. Logan Airport in Boston. Mass Pike on the westbound side is also backed up all the way for Ashland. 495 on both ends also from Hudson all the way out to Marlborough in the southbound side of 495 is backed up all the way past the Mass Pike. 495 on both ends slow from Route 2 in Acton all the way out to Low. 495 is southbound side is also from 93 in Lawrence all the way to Low. 495 on the northbound side so from Lawrence all the way up to Havel. 93 on the northbound side, it did so from Wilmington all the way at the Lawrence. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from Burlington all the way out to Tingsburg. Route 2 on the westbound side, it did so about from Littleton down to Leominster. Up in New Hampshire, Spot Everett Turnpike on the northbound side, also Merrimack stretch. Spotted Turnpike on the northbound side, so from Route 95 and Portsmouth all the way to Route 4. Route 101 on the westbound side, it did it so in Manchester stretch. Up in Vermont, I-91 on the southbound side, Little Star, the Canadian border. I-87 on the southbound side, it did so up to the Canadian border up in Plattsburgh. Out of Maine, 295 on the eastbound, northbound side, it did so from the turnback in South Portland all the way up to downtown Portland. But the main turnabout is a little from York to Augusta via Portland. And Route 1 is southbound side low for Route 2095 of Brunswick, Maine. Out in Albany and vicinity, I-87 on the northbound side, it is local from Colony out to Detroit. Freeway, it's a little slow before Route 90 in Schenectady and out in Springfield. 91 on the northbound side, so from 57 in Springfield to 291. 91 on the southbound side, so from 391 in Chicopee to 291 in Springfield. Mass Pioneer change Route 91, it's slow. And in downtown Hartford vicinity, 91 on the northbound side, so from Norton all the way at the Windsor Locks around Route 20. 91 on the southbound side, so 291 all the way at the downtown Hartford. I-84 on both ends also for the Hartford stretch. I-84 westbound backed up to line of Farmington. I-84 on both ends also the Waterbury stretch. I-84 on the eastbound side, it is so from Mount Kisco, New York, all the way at the Newtown, Connecticut. Merritt Parkway is slow from Greenwich all the way to Bridgeport. The 95 on the both ends also from West Haven to New Haven. The 95 on the southbound side, it is slow around the Guilford and Brentford stretch. And 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Greenwich all the way to Fairfield and up into New Haven. Highways and byways, New York, logo. Alright, take a look at some new MBTA alerts on the subway. Green line at New Brent Express and minor eastbound delays. Mattapan Trolley Express minor delays to disabled train at Cedar Grove on the commuter rail. Please board inbound Worcester Line trains and outbound platforms at Fairmont for Wesley's Farm Station until 7:30 p.m. Please board outbound Worcester Line trains and inbound platforms at Wesley Farm at Fairmont Station until 7:30 p.m. Haveline train 292, 4:50 p.m. from Reading expected to depart Reading Station 20 minutes late through the mechanical issue. Partners train 828, 5:20 p.m. inbound from special depart. Partners 15 minutes past goes to the mechanical issue. And Partners train 3:55 p.m. inbound from substation operator 10-20 minutes late between Sharon Station and Providence Station due to the mechanical issue. Peter Channel News Time 5:17 p.m. Before you get into the weather, I just read in the Boston Herald today that about the hurricane preparedness, and meteorologists in Massachusetts have a deep concern that the impact of a hurricane in New England could be a devastating effect, particularly for residents who have little experience with the storms. EMA Director Kurt Schwartz said yesterday that they are currently where hurricanes are ready to hit the base state and has been a challenge to warn people to prepare for the storms and understand the potential impacts. And there have been 5 hurricanes that will hit the Bay State that have been destructive. That's 38 hurricane, the hurricane of 44, Hurricane Carol 54, Hurricane Gloria in 85, and Bob in 91. And Irene in 2011 and Cindy in 2012. It was a tropical storm, and we had close calls with Earl in 2010 and Joaquin last year. So the state is doing their best to keep people prepared in case a hurricane hits, and if a hurricane is closer, we will keep you posted on the Pewter Channel. Imagine if we were to get a Category 38 style hurricane storm here in the future. That could be devastating, as people need to focus on the facts and not hype and fear. Alright? Enough of the hurricanes. Let's get on to the weather, where it is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday in town. Current conditions in North Massachusetts, 77 degrees with first skies, humidity 43%, wind speed variable about 6 miles an hour, barometer 279 inches, doable about 53 degrees, visibility at 10 miles, and the heat index 78 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region. It is 78 degrees in Boston, 76 out in Beverly, 74 in Beverly and Gloucester, 78 in Fitchburg, 72 in Worcester, 77 in Norwood, 73 in Taunton, 75 degrees out in New Bedford, 71 in Provincetown, 66 in Provincetown, 71 in Plymouth, it's 73 in Providence, 75 in Quonset, 70 in Buck Island, 82 in Montauk, 85 in New York City, 90 in New York City, 84 in Bridgeport and New Haven, it's 79 in Danbury, 77 in Waterbury, 82 in Merritt. Then Connecticut, Perry, 80s in Hartford and Windsor, 79 degrees in Springfield, Massachusetts, 71 degrees out in Orange, Massachusetts, 73 in North Adams, Massachusetts, 71 in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, 76 in Albany, New York, 75 degrees in Silver Springs, it's 69 degrees out in Rutland and Bennington, Brown, Vermont, 68 in Lebanon and Laconia, New Hampshire, 72 in Keene, New Hampshire, 70 degrees in Jeff, New Hampshire, 73 degrees in Concord, Manchester, and Nashville, New Hampshire, 78 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 66 degrees up in Port, Maine. And the water temperature along the water temperature, 63. Alright, take a look at Around the country and it chills. While it is nice and cool here in the northeast, sultry weather down in the southeast. Well, you got regions of high pressure up in northwestern Washington, in the Pacific Northwest and up in Montana. High pressure region in the Colorado Rockies and Northern Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico. A cold front west of the state of Washington, and a cold front from Utah stretching all the way down to Nebraska, merged with a warm front from Iowa down to the Virginias, and merged with a station front for the Virginias all the way up to New Jersey, and a cold front stretching off the New England coast and up into Nova Scotia, and a front with a low pressure from North Dakota stretching down for western Minnesota, and a front from southeast Wisconsin down for southern Michigan and up into Ontario with a low pressure right there. A front from Kansas down for western Texas and Oklahoma, and a front low pressure system for the Four Corner region with a low pressure right in Utah. Followed from southern Nevada down to California, and then for Gulf of California, and followed from northern and central portion of California. It is 79 degrees out in Detroit, 80 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Washington, D.C. It is 74 in Cincinnati, 75 in Chicago, 82 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but down the south, 90s all over the place, with 92 in Omaha, Nebraska, 97 in Kansas City, 90 in St. Louis, 90 in Knoxville, Tennessee, 91 in Raleigh, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, 96 in Dallas, Texas, 94 in Brownsville, Texas, and 89 in Miami, Florida, and 95 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 93 in Salt Lake City, 103 in Las Vegas, 108 in Phoenix, 79 out in Denver, 74 in Los Angeles, 63 in San Francisco, 69 in Seattle, and 76 in Great Falls, Montana. All right, let's look at the radar. Around the country. And it shows up in New England where we are seeing some spotty rain showers up in the northeastern New York State. But a line of rain showers and storms from northwest Rockland curving up into Belfast, and a line of rain showers from Waterville, Maine, stretching up into Bangor and then up into Old Town, with heavy bends rain showers by the Moosehead Lake region, Maine, stretching to the Millinock and the curving down Lincoln, Maine, and up into St. Stephen, New Brunswick, and a line of rain showers north of Ellsworth and stretching in that to the down east Maine. And seeing some spotty rain showers up in the northern Maine, up in the northwestern New Brunswick, up in the western Quebec, and a line of showers and storms central and eastern parts of Nova Scotia, and a line of showers and storms off the Canadian Maritimes off Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. And we're seeing a little line of rain showers from south central Maryland and stretching into Virginia and up in the northwestern portions of North Carolina, and a lot of rain showers man West Virginia and rain showers man east of Franklin, Kentucky, and this is a line of rain showers from southwestern Ohio, from Cincinnati down to eastern and northern portions of Indiana, and then up in the Illinois down for the southeastern portion of Milwaukee, and rain showers man northern portions of Illinois. That's why there's been delays out in Chicago, O'Hare, and Midway. As we look at the Chicago radar, as we're seeing a heavy bands of rain showers and storms from Elk Grove, Illinois, stretching to Chicago city limits, and up to Gary, Indiana. And a little line of heavy showers and storms from Waukegan, Illinois, and a little line of rain showers from Burleson, Wisconsin, and the west of Kenosha, Wisconsin. A little line of rain showers from Flag, Wisconsin. And a little line of rain showers stretching from western Illinois down to northern Missouri, down to seven portions of Iowa. And seeing some spotty rain showers in the northern Minnesota, but the western portions of Ontario, and a little line of rain showers, clusters of showers and storms around the Four Quarter region up in northern Mexico, and a line of rain showers from western Washington State, and up in the northern Washington State, coming to western British Columbia, and Alberta down for western Saskatchewan. And a little line of rain showers around Florida, and patchy rain showers from eastern Texas down to Louisiana, down for Alabama, Mississippi, and up in Georgia and South Carolina. Alright, satellite loop, and it shows a line of clouds from Maine and up to the Canadian Maritimes. A line of clouds from the Ohio Valley and stretching into the Virginias and Maryland and coming much to western North Carolina. And a line of clouds from the Four Quarter region up to Nebraska, northern Kansas, and the northern Missouri down for southern Illinois, down to western portions of Illinois and southern Iowa. And a line of clouds from Washington State, stretching to Bruce, coming into Alberta. And a line of clouds from western Mexico. Alright, speaking of hurricanes, like we discussed before the weather segment, let's check to see. Nothing brewing in the Atlantic, and nothing brewing in the Eastern Pacific. Alright. Take a look at weather notes. Be a moderate draft in Boston and vicinity and northeastern Massachusetts and seacoast New Hampshire and southern Maine. I'm expecting the best chance of showers to be in south of Mass Pike and Ronanganack and a Newport Coffee in the northeast wall. The rest of the southeastern nation is sticky. And high pressure will dominate the weather on Friday with comfortable temps and beautiful weather. Alright, take a look at our forecast. Discussion, low pressure track mainly south of New England may bring a few showers Thursday, mainly along the south coast of the islands. High pressure builds over the region. Friday, Monday, bring a spell of dry weather. The warmer trend, humid conditions return by Tuesday, Wednesday, the chance of thunderstorms. Last of the showers associated with a mid-level shortwave and surface trough will be existing offshore, followed by an increase in sunshine and excluding movements in the northwest. Week's shortwave widget and then surface widget will be bring mainly clear skies and light winds tonight. However, area of stratus development south of New England on foot with the Cape Islands. And this evening may also see some increase in mid-high clouds that I've had of a warm front lake tonight across southwestern New England with the eastern radiation cool and low temperatures will drop back in the 50s with some upper 40s. Coldest spot in western Massachusetts and interior eastern Massachusetts. Alright! Looking at our predicted temperatures for tomorrow around the region, I am expecting tonight's lows to be 51 to 61 degrees. Tomorrow's highs, 71 to 81 degrees. And Friday's highs, 74 to 82 degrees. Alright, 7-day forecast will take this. But tonight, we're going to have some most clear skies. Becoming clear skies, about 51 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 8 miles. Becoming common in the evening Thursday. Chester showers being between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Putz got about 75 degrees. Common becoming in southwest about 5 miles in the afternoon. Temperature 4%. Europe is about to less than 10 minutes possible. Present, podcast about 54 degrees. East with about 5 miles coming common in the evening. For Friday, Sunday, most clear skies, 53 degrees. North winds about 5 miles coming common in the morning. Shifting to south wind about 5 miles, but becoming common in the evening on Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, most clear skies, about 56 degrees. Sunday, Sunday, podcast skies, 5 about 58 degrees. For Monday, Sunday, podcast skies, 6 about 61 degrees. For Tuesday, Chester showers, parts of the most skies, for about 64 degrees. Just base at 30%. And for Wednesday, Chester showers, parts of the 80 degrees. Just base at 30%. Pairs, weather phrase of the evening. Oh, wonderful Wednesday evening in store. And that's great for the period chill. 5 o'clock news of this. June 22nd, 2016 on Wednesday evening. I'm Peter saying we have a good evening and goodbye day. And I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.